Revolutionary innovations are being spun out every day, backed by continuous research into new ways of doing things. Governments now have a clean plan of how to approach ICT and how to harness it to propel its political, economic and social goals.
When you look at the Vision 2030, one of the cross-cutting features is ICT, and our role is actually to work on that component to make sure it delivers value to the rest of the projects within the Vision 2030 document.
The ICT Authority developed a roadmap to deliver these deliverables.
This roadmap captures for us and gives a very clear way on how we are going to work in this sector for the next 3 years.
The ICT Authority developed 3 pillars through which it would contribute to real social economic growth. The pillars are as dictated by the ICT Master Plan. It also sets the foundation of achieving this through developing ICT capacity and skills, increase to broadband connectivity, and promotion of access to information. A number of effective projects under the authority are thus funded by the World Bank Transparency and Communication Infrastructure Project.
TCIP, which is a Transparency Communication Infrastructure Project, broadly addresses issues of connectivity and government transparency.
To drive businesses requires a number of measures. One of it is to ensure that infrastructure is laid out and connectivity to all is achieved.
In 2007, before the KTCIP funding, Kenneth was serving very few institutions with very little satellite bandwidth. Now, over time, we were able to see 65 institutions connected. We have been able to generate sufficient surplus to be able to continually connect other new campuses that have been coming on board. Currently, we are at about 181.
I'd go to surfing and researching for my assignments. It's fast.
For the next 10 to 15 years, Kenneth member institutions will be able to enjoy high-speed connectivity. And in selected universities, we also provided hotspots to enable students to access information anywhere on campus, even in the dorm rooms.
In the e-government pillar, there is a myriad of projects running under the Public Shared Services docket. One of the impactful projects is the digitization of birth and death records at the Civil Registration Department.
To date, we have managed to digitize over 62 million records, and these records were spread all over the country in over 100 stations. We are already enjoying the benefits of digitization. The search and retrieval, which are a key business process, has been shortened.
Another major project within this docket is the Integrated Financial Management Systems.
This is a computer software that is used for public finance management, right from the point of planning up to where now you make your expenditure execution and even reports. We have enhanced the way we do our plannings. We have improved on how we manage the budgets, and we have improved on the speed by which we make procurements and even payments to the suppliers.
The road transport sector accounts for 80% of the total transport in the country. The ICT Authority and the National Transport and Safety Authority are implementing the Transport Integrated Management Systems, which aims at modernizing the country transport sector and promoting safety on Kenyan roads.
This will really help us in centralizing all our data in terms of we have a single point of looking at the whole transport sector. With a period of about 1.5 years, we'll be having clean data of all drivers, and this will also include their phone numbers to remind them of a renewal date through SMS. To date, we have 500,000 drivers renewing their licenses online through eCitizen, and this has actually helped the government to account for all the money that it receives.
In 2013, the government decentralized its functions and governance to the county governments as enacted in the Constitution. Most of the counties are working on a clean slate and are in need of fast, efficient, accountable, and affordable ways to deliver their mandate.
Nakuru County, we are now developing an ICT roadmap to assist us focus ICT uptake for the next 5 years.
I look at it as a strategic plan for ICT development, and this document is giving us a framework in developing our ICT.
We expect our citizens right in the rural areas to be able to get services nearer their homes.
We have our community information centers that we set up and where we are training our people. We have in total 30 wards. We have set up 15. 7 are operating right now. The other 8 are in the process of being operationalized.
In the Nairobi City Council, the authority is working closely with the county to develop and roll out the integrated county revenue management tool, which will have functionality for revenue collection and revenue management.
We are almost to the tail end. By the end of 2016, everything should be in place. Nairobians are able to pay for their services more easily, more efficiently. They don't need to bribe anyone. You pay for your rates, you pay for your parking using electronic payment. It gives you a right to demand for services from Nairobi County government.
The ICT Authority is looking at facilitating public-to-government information through the digitization of images at the Kenya News Agency and publishing research data online through the Kenya Open Data Initiative.
Kenya yearly generates about over 40,000 stories, 3,000 video clips and photographs, among others. And most of these has not been in digital format. The materials contain a treasure of our national heritage in this country in terms of they portray the history, the integration before independence and after independence. We want to take advantage of the new technology to have soft copies of these formats, make it accessible for the general public. Whoever wants to use it in Europe, whoever wants to use it across the country for purposes of, whoever is doing publishing can use it, so that somebody doesn't have to walk to this office.
The Kenya Open Data Initiative was launched in July of 2011. What we have is an online portal where we have put this, so that's opendata.go.ke, where everyone, has access to this information. So for a farmer to do, what they're trying to do, you need to understand, for example, rain patterns. You need to understand, environmental data. Most of this data really is on the Open Data platform. So there's something for everyone. And the deliverables really is to try and make sure that as many people as possible, one, have access to this information, two, that they are using this information for decision making, resource allocation, but then three, that the government institutions themselves are not only giving information, but they are also using information from other departments.
The first outlook was on promoting the business process outsourcing and IT-enabled services businesses. The ICT Authority looked at increasing local capacity through in-house projects and high-impact partnerships.
ICT Authority has maintained NILAB's operation for the last 2.5 years now. NILAB is an accelerator and an incubator. It provides working space for young entrepreneurs. It's an accelerator in the fact that it tries to accelerate the business by providing mentorship, coaching, training, and seed funding to early-stage startups.
We had just cleared campus, and we needed someone to enable us to grow KejaHunt, because then we had got through the ideas, we were clearing campus, and we found the NILAB online. We were able to apply for incubation where they called us for an interview. We really owe to the NILAB the growth of KejaHunt at the moment.
Now we are on our 6th batch, which is about now 46 startups. Our growth plan right now is to scale from Nairobi Incubation Lab, which is what NILAB means, to National Incubation Lab.
The increasing dependence on ICT brings its own risks, in particular, breaches in information security, more so in the e-commerce space where financial transactions are carried out online.
We are in the process of implementing the components of our cybersecurity plan that we have. The team which works on this, chaired by the Permanent Secretary, has also come up with a very clear implementation roadmap. One of the components of those roadmaps was actually the public key infrastructure, which was meant to give us the capability or ability to be able to issue people with digital signatures, both in the public sector and the private sector. The essence of this is for the purposes of integrity of transactions in the system.
All these projects are geared at building a better life for Kenyans by transforming our economy from one that relies heavily on primary products such as tea, coffee, horticulture or tourism to a value-added economy in which ICT-driven services play a central role.